Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Mark. How's getting on today? Remember last episode when I started off and I said that I'd made 64 cut copper blocks? I was really sad and I was really annoyed. Well, guess who just made 64 lightning rods? I do not have the words to describe what I'm feeling. I am genuinely so annoyed. I wasn't paying attention and I made some lightning rods. Furious. Right, I'm literally recording the intro so I can tell you about the lightning rods. That's it. So because of my stupidity with the lightning rods, I'm back out looking for more copper. And I've come across this lovely little ruined portal here. Look at it. Oh, it's covered in kind of water. Oh, but this looks quite because this is here. Can someone crunch the numbers and tell me the odds of this happening? They are literally, just having a glance at it, 5 blocks beside each other. Nope, 4. There's something just not right here. But I found some copper. Everything's happy. Hello, friend. Think back and think hard. Remember when I was making the floor in the downstairs and I was looking for blocks and I was like, oh, I really like the calcite, but I don't have that much of it, so let me use it really sporadically. But why did no one tell me it naturally spawns on top of mountains? I thought you could only get it in geodes by tilting. Oh, the possibilities. I mean, I probably wouldn't have used that much more of it, but it would have been nice to have had a lot of this, especially when it's this easy to mine, because now look how much I've got of it. Livid. Where were these mountains when I needed them? Now, just before we get to work today, while we're on the topic of geodes and calcite, let's see something really weird. Where am I? I think it's there. Yes, found myself a geode. Apparently I also found myself a spider. But this geode does not care for the laws of physics. The water just kind of... Pretty dark in here. Give me a second. Oh, barnacles. That'll be fine. The water just kind of stops. I mean, clearly it can be updated, like this gravel, for example. But I don't quite know how this has happened, because this looks really weird to me. And then you can also just jump up, and then you just start swimming, and that's how you can escape. It is really weird. I can very safely say I've never seen anything like that before. Now, hopefully, as long as I'm not being an idiot, I hope that everything in here, probably won't do them all, but it will at least help us get started making these spines. Now, being completely honest, I still don't know what to call them. Also, will this block be too dark? No, that I think should be fine, and if not, I don't think it's the end of the world. Just end up replacing it in the future. Now, I will be completely honest with you. I don't really know how to film this, because I think this is going to take quite a long time to do, and because I don't really know what I'm doing, I can't really tell you what will and what won't be interesting. I know what I'm going to do to begin with, and then we'll see where we end. Do I have... Yes, I have some dirt on me. That's fine. I know up until what bit I will show you here, and then I'll try and get some work done off camera. Will I need bamboo for this? Possibly. Will it make everything better? I don't really know. Alright, now unless I'm mistaken, that's a very good start. Should that look like that, this is on the wrong level. Is that correct? It is correct. I've already messed it up. Hopefully it is a quick enough fix by just doing that. Yes. Shame that they fell down, but as long as I do this quickly, I can hopefully get them back. Because now, I need to kind of mess around with some anti-gravity. And I've got 2 different ways of doing that. Either string or trapdoors. I don't fully know which is the right answer. Let's put that there, that there. So can I just do that and then that'll sit... Yeah, okay. I think from down below, there's absolutely no shot that we see that at all. Yeah, that's definitely the right way to go about it. Okay, right. Let me do a little bit more work to this, just because when the camera's on, I really struggle and it's going to take 10 times longer than it needs to. So I'll give you a little bit of an update in just a wee moment. So very much like I feared, this thing is very confusing, but I think this is exactly how this one half of it should look. Obviously, it will be this again over here with slightly different colors. The actual pattern, the shape of it, I think is perfect. But my God, all these really similar colors is really hard to make look right and really hard to mesh and work out what I should be using and where. Good heavens. I'm gonna take this down and hopefully, easily, I'll make this side work. So give me a wee minute and I'll be back. Oh, actually, before I forget, anyone trying to copy this, I actually changed this from sand to the wool. And there will definitely be some sand gravity defying at some point. I think that should have been some gravity defying sand. Yeah, that sounds a little better. At some point, I assure you, there will be gravity defying sand, but for right here, I don't think so. Yeah, just wanted to let you know. Back to work. So when I said I will be incorporating the gravity defying sand soon, what I meant was I will be doing it immediately. All these sand blocks here are being held up by the string, which worked brilliantly because even in the third person here, you can't really see it, and you absolutely cannot from down below, which is just splendid if you ask me. So here's what this side of the spike looks like. It didn't actually take as long as I thought it would to put in. They were just a little bit confusing. So now what I think I'll do is I'll probably just off camera put in the back, left, and right, because you pretty much just saw my actual thought process. You've seen what they look like, and I'll probably just copy the design, or at least copy the exact same pattern and maybe just switch up the colors, because without actually finding a picture of a guardian and then copying it pixel for pixel, I think this is pretty much the next best thing. I will absolutely come back when it is time to put in the side spikes, because they're a little bit different and they're a whole lot more terrifying. I really have no idea how I'm going to put in the sand on the underneath of them. Maybe I'll just cheat and not actually do that. That'd be quite fun. So I'll either see you in 5 minutes, or I'll see you in 5 hours. Okay, so hopefully I've done all these right, and hopefully all 4 are now in. So I think that means we're about 33% of the way done. I think roughly. Maybe. I don't really know. They all look really good. Well, in my opinion, they look really good. They kind of look a smidge out of place right now, but that is just because they're obviously just on the top. They're not on the back or the sides. And obviously it needs a tail, because right now it does just kind of look like a spiky box. I don't know about you, but I prefer my boxes to be quite smooth. So what am I going to move on to next? Can I land? Nope. Yep, cool, great. Love that from Mark. What am I going to move on to next? Well, the bottom ones need to go in at some point, but I know for a fact they're going to be really difficult. I must admit, not been in the mood for any difficulties. These ones on the side here are kind of, well, they'll be much easier, but I'm really running low on reserves. I really thought that I'd probably taken too much, and these have absolutely drained everything I have. I don't have anywhere near enough orange wool, anywhere near enough concrete, sand, concrete powder, anything. So that means the next logical step, let's build the tail together. So first things first with the tail. I have just realized pretty much as I've gone to actually start designing the tail, I've done it wrong. I have this set up as a 6x6. It should really actually be a 4x4. So very quickly, let me actually put another ring around this, make it the actual size it's meant to be, and I'll see you in a wee second. Now, I'd absolutely be lying if I said I knew what I was doing. If that goes there and there, will that create a 4x4? I think it will. Yes, if I do that, does it need to be thick all the way through here? Where is my pickaxe? Or could we possibly leave it hollow and then do something funky at the back here? Because technically this will just be a long tube into here. We could just use this essentially as another room, couldn't we? So how do I need to do this? I guess basically just something like this. And then if we just build our way up here and we do that, and then that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I build my way across like that. We put something in the middle there. And then yeah, this is actually going to be quite easy to do. Touch wood. I think it will be. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Then I need to work out what I'm doing for the next one. I think 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 3. I think, where are we? That's on the bottom one there. Unless I'm mistaken, let me have a quick think. That'll be 1 block. That'll be 2 blocks. And then that will be, yeah, 3. So I think, yeah, okay. I know what I'm doing. Give me a wee minute. I'll work all this out and I'll get back to you. Apart from momentarily losing all my copper, I just quite literally couldn't remember where I'd actually put it. And I've been back to the house. I've been looking through my storage system. I've been looking at every shulker I own, and I forgot I just left it on the roof here. That's really annoying. This little nub here, I'm very sure is correct. It just looks a little weird. Maybe it's just because all the spikes aren't in. Maybe it's just because the rest of it hasn't been made, but I don't know what it is. It just feels a little small. Now I think my next challenge, and I could be completely wrong here. I think I already am. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these need to go. That might be why in my head this was looking weird, because now it makes a lot more yep, that'll do it. Because now here, I'm essentially doing what I just did, but just slightly skinnier and slightly longer. Is that going to be long enough? Yes, I think that is correct. Granted, I've said that every single time, and every single time I have been wrong. It's quite time consuming, but it's also quite satisfying. I really enjoyed just bumbling along and having a look and just actually seeing everything come together. Also, I can't remember if I've said it in an episode or not. It would either be in this episode or last episode. Where's one that'll be easy to get? Right, so here, I've been finding out the hard way. Actually, we'll use this one. When I've been trying to turn this wood, I've been trying to strip it, you use the axe. I did not know if you use the axe on copper, you'll turn it back from its blue state to its orange state. And it is absolutely infuriating. Let me replace that real quick, make sure everything looks good, splendid, great, lovely. I'm gonna finish off this section, and once again, I'll see you in a wee bit. Alright, so hopefully the tail is now finished. By tail, I actually just mean the tail. I haven't actually done the fin yet, because that'll be quite fun. I figured while I'm doing that, I'd bring you guys with me. But it unfortunately won't be today, because I don't think I actually have all the blocks I need for it. So that'll probably be next time. Now that I've actually made this a lot longer, it actually makes a lot more sense. To me, that actually looks quite right. And then the fin on the end is going to be pretty big. I think it's pretty much the size of this back panel here. So roughly, I think maybe the 18 to 20 blocks, but it'll actually look the right size, and I think it'll be totally fine. How can I get back indoors easily? Screw it, I guess I'll swim. In here is now much darker. Hopefully, I've got enough torches in here that nothing will actually spawn in here. And I have no dirt on me, so let's just make a staircase out of this. Oh, that's definitely not light enough. I'm amazed nothing actually spawned down here. Okay, so actually back here, what we can do, I'm not 1,000,000% sure, but we could definitely have this back here as an extra room. So I'm going to need to think of a design for that. I think we've actually got a lot of work done today, and I think we're doing quite well. I am really genuinely beginning to get concerned. I'm not seeing anything spawn, and there's no reason for that, right? Surely just making these out of glass won't change anything. Okay, no, okay, right. So they are going, just really slowly it would appear, and none on this side. Is that right? Hello, fish? Hello? Anyone? There's what? 4 or 5 in there, maybe? And none in there at all. Okay, right, there we go. Right, so they are still working. I don't accept at all that putting in the glass tubes here is making the spawn rates change. That just isn't how it works, is it? Am I like mob capped because of, I don't know, is there anything spawning on the roof somehow? I mean, it's daytime, so unless there's just an absolute cornucopia of spiders on the roof, I don't think that can be the case. I'll be honest, I don't think you get cornucopias of spiders. I couldn't think of a word for a bundle. No, there's nothing here. I don't accept for a second that putting in the glass here is taking down the spawn rates. That doesn't make any sense to me. Let's start killing them, because maybe up there they are somehow mob capped. I'm just not realizing how many of them there are. And then let's see if this changes anything. So before recording the clip that you just saw, there was an actual explanation on what I'm going to be doing in here, and there was my thought process behind putting the glass in here. That clip desynced. I didn't realize until I had recorded the other one, and I just couldn't save it. I just figured I would leave it in and give you the context of what I'm doing right now. I want to spruce up in here a little bit. I was going to turn all these tubes into the cyan glass, and then outside here I said I was either going to turn these pillars into glass, or if glass isn't counted as a solid block and won't actually block the spawns, I was going to use some prismarine. Then I can slap the half slabs on there. Like I said last episode, I don't think that these lines here are actually needed, so we could just really clean up the place. And I know that I did just say that I'm going to turn on the trident killers, but while I was editing that clip, I have just stood here AFK, and what you will find is there's two guys in there, and I'm pretty sure there's none in here. Do guardians need darkness to spawn? I truly don't accept that. There's no way. I keep saying it. I just don't accept that these have stopped the spawn rates, because that's just not how it works, is it? Honestly, I just keep saying the same sentence over and over again, just saying I don't accept it, because I can't get my head around the fact that putting in a 4-block chunk of the tunnel is somehow blocking all the spawns down there. That's not how it works. Who's just started speaking on my computer? I guess at nighttime, one of the reasons could be, no, why is nothing, there's a zombie there. Beforehand, up here was a mob farm. Where is everyone? I'm on hard. Where the hell is everyone? Am I missing something down here? Am I just not seeing a massive collection of drowned or something? What is going on? Let me try something really quickly. So you can change your simulation distance, and I've changed it from 10 chunks to 4. So whereas beforehand 160 blocks around me was loaded, now it's down to 64. I've been AFK here for maybe 5-10 minutes. This is still dreadful. Like, very clearly still not working like it used to be. Why? Honestly, you know what? I'm just gonna replace these back with a smooth stone and I'll see what happens. Right, I've replaced all the blocks. I've used prismarine just because if we actually are going to be replacing all the blocks anyway, I probably will be using the prismarine and the bricks. I killed everything up here using the trident killer just so we could actually refresh everything. Now I guess we wait and see how many spawn. That is already, yeah, that's already looking much better. Yeah, no, this is back working totally fine. Please tell me if you know, because clearly with the evidence that I'm presenting before you, can you tell me why replacing these tubes here with glass is really cutting down the spawn rates? Because as far as I can tell, it should only be the middle block, which is the water, where they can spawn. So these shouldn't be blocking the spawns, because otherwise you would need that thick tube around every single pillar, which I don't have. So I am baffled. And if that's a thing, please tell me. If that's not a thing, also please tell me, because I'm at a loss. I really thought the glass would look cool. I'm assuming that's my answer then. I'm assuming that means I definitely can't be putting the prismarine down there. I need to get out of here. I'm about to be nibbled. Right, before we wrap up today, we're going to do a little bit of experimenting. Before I jump down, let me explain what I've done. I've replaced the corner pillars over here, down there, I think. Am I this confused? Yes, I think. I've replaced the pillars in this square here with glass. I want to see if it's classed as a solid block and it will still block the spawns. And then the very middle pillar and the 2 pillars under the stilts, I've replaced them with prismarine. So theoretically, everything should still block spawns and there shouldn't be any guardians down here. Yeah, just what I was saying, prismarine, 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 and then over here is all glass. There are currently no guardians down here as far as I can see. So I guess glass and prismarine work fine. I mean, I guess we'll have to see what's happening up here first. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, cool, fine. Right. Why did they take so long to spawn? I was just down here, look. Okay, so you're a big cluster of the drowned, but there are no guardians down here. So theoretically, this glass is working fine. I'm gonna remove these pillars and see what happens then. Because I think getting rid of them will really help make the place look a lot cleaner. And it'll make it look a lot less industrial. Will I be able to sleep before the bad guys spawn? I can. See you in the morning. So upon first inspection, everyone still appears to be up here in quite vast numbers. I'm gonna turn these on really quickly. I apologize if it's loud, but we won't be here for very long. Let me show you what I've done outside. Ow. Let me show you what I've done outside without breaking my legs, preferably. So this column here is gone, as well as the 2 over there, and the 1 back here. This is just so I can still get up the ladder, and I can stop my feet getting wet. As far as I can see, there aren't any guardians spawning down here, so glass does appear to block spawns, I think, I guess? I don't know, I'm really confused. Because if it blocks the spawns down here, then I have zero thought in my head on why this wouldn't work. Let me turn these off now that everyone's gone. I'm just gonna AFK here for a minute, and we'll see how long it takes to fill up. Honestly, not very long. I wouldn't say say that this is full, but I wouldn't exactly say this is empty. They do look like they're starting to entity cram a little bit, so there's at least 7, 8, maybe 10 in each chamber, and that was maybe 12, 13 seconds. I don't even think I need to properly edit the clip down. Just edit out the 10 seconds I wasn't talking. These are working fine, so I'm just baffled. Now, that is absolutely all I have time for today. I really thought I would just come back in here, I would replace this with glass, and then maybe up there do some prismarine stuff, and then we'd end. I didn't think that I would completely break my farm by just including a little bit of glass. I did not foresee having to do all these different experiments and see what was going on, so now I've gone from being on time to now actually a little bit late. So let's wrap up really quickly. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to leave a like. Enjoy the look of the Guardian, you should leave a like. If you want to see what's going to come next, you should leave a like. Honestly, just leave a like. Just go down, you'll see the wee thumbs up button, give it a click. In real life, give me the thumbs up, it's fine, I'll know you did it. And then obviously, with that being said, it goes hand in hand. If you want to know what happens next here, and you actually want to know if I ever find out why the glass stopped the spawns, you can subscribe. You get videos every 2 days. So if you didn't like this one, you can come back in 2 days, give me another chance. Promise I'm not an idiot all the time. I don't know why I promised that, because it's just not true. I'm very sorry, I just lied to you. So having said that, and with that being said, I hope you stay out of trouble, you don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll see yous later.